Thank you for joining us today as we discuss how LIMS can enable data integrity in pharmaceutical manufacturing. My name is Christian Müller. I'm the Director for Service and Support for EMEA, and my team is responsible for implementing and supporting our LIMS solutions. Today I'm going to talk about Pharma 4.0, the role of data integrity, deploying LIMS to drive compliance, and ensuring implementation project success. So let's look at what Pharma 4.0 actually means. The concept builds on quality by design and process analytic technology. Instead of waiting to check the product only at the end of the manufacturing process, Pharma 4.0 moves to real-time monitoring using connected systems to enable truly agile continuous manufacturing system where processes self-adjust based on the data being collected. Since data is at the heart of this system, it's important to apply the latest data analysis techniques such as artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning to enable simulations through which the system can learn and optimize product quality. Finally, Pharma 4.0 looks to automate and eliminate any human or manual intervention by leveraging software to make decisions based on information collated from the connected systems, and where possible, automatically drive any actions such as changes to the manufacturing process. This complete system creates a far more intelligent scenario where pharmaceutical products are manufactured in a process which is constantly learning and proposing solutions to any issues that arise to enable optimum product quality. There are a number of things an organization needs to move to Pharma 4.0. The system is built on a certain level of digital maturity and has data integrity at its root. Looking at the resources required to achieve Pharma 4.0, and of course, we are looking at a culture and digitalization to enable such an intelligent system. The workforce too must be first of all ready to accept this way of working with an openness to change. The organization needs to have qualified experts ready to drive science forward. The tools, devices, and IT systems need to be an open platform to connect the necessary instruments and equipment with common data standards and likely a cloud base to enable true data sharing. The information systems are the basis of integration and traceability, as well as automation, eliminating unnecessary manual and human intervention and reducing regulatory oversight. A culture of strong communication with a leadership keen to drive positive experiences through technology is also key. Above all, data integrity is the common theme throughout Pharma 4.0, so organizations need to look at how this can be driven using technologies and processes available. This is an overview of the categories of 48.3 warning letters which were issued to organizations in 2018 and 19. The common theme is a lack of data integrity, or indeed a lack of being able to demonstrate data integrity. 95% of data integrity issues are due to poor data management and practice. The positive thing is that is something we can solve. Here we can see how elements of a laboratory software solution can be applied to such issues. For example, a laboratory execution system, or LES, can be used to drive analysts step by step through SOPs to avoid deviations from the procedures. Testing and approval of containers and other components can be facilitated through batch or lot control, enabling clear visibility and traceability of products from suppliers through any additional manufacturing processes to finished product. A review and approval module which provides the user with a single screen form which to see all results that require approval and leverage review by exception eases the release process. Information systems such as the LIMS can ensure distinct user roles are adhered to through system role configurability. A pre-configured stability testing module can drive consistent and controlled management of stability studies, along with demonstrable evidence of how those studies were and are being carried out. So as we have seen, most of the 483 issues can be addressed using a laboratory system, such as thermoscientific SampleManager LIMS, SDMS, and LES software. This solution can be used to manage the entire QA and QC operation to both drive and demonstrate data integrity. SampleManager LIMS software has been in use for over 30 years, and it's developed in conjunction with our global customers in pharma organizations to ensure the solution addresses any new industry and regulatory requirements. Knowing that a big drain on analysts' time is the amount of paperwork they have to complete, we've looked at ways to reduce documentation by automating processes and moving to a real paperless environment. The laboratory execution system is integrated directly into the LIMS so that checks can be made on instruments and equipment availability, analyst training records, and other resources to ensure that the process can be completed within compliance. SampleManager LIMS software can be connected with enterprise systems such as ERP and chromatography data systems to further automate processes and provide a more holistic view of data or to drive informed decisions. What we have found through working with many pharmaceutical organizations over the years is that they need to implement their laboratory software faster to be able to realize a return on the investment the company has made. Thermo Scientific SampleManager LIMS, LES, and SDMS software's Pharma solution is an implementation and validation accelerator which uses industry standard features, expertise, and experience to expedite return on investment and reduce project risk. The SampleManager LIMS software Pharma solution delivers industry standard capabilities, including dissolution, retained sample management, and stability testing, as well as a unique review module built to expedite review and approval. It streamlines operations to ensure consistency, efficiency, and productivity across laboratories. It expedites also the implementation and validation, enabling go live to be achieved up to 50% faster. Half of the world's top 10 pharmaceutical companies, as well as Thermo Fisher Scientific's own contract manufacturing business, rely on SampleManager LIMS, LES, and SDMS software to drive quality, compliance, and data integrity through their manufacturing, QA, and QC processes. So diving a bit deeper into data integrity requirements. You are likely familiar with the ALCOA guidelines. Here is how SampleManager software handles each of the elements. For the attributable, SampleManager records who did what and when. For legible, all data and metadata are retrievable and readable following future-proofed XML conversion. For contemporaneous, actions are recorded at the point of being made using the mobile SampleManager LIMS application and LES to step through the processes. For original, the audit trails show original data and any changes made with time and date stamps. And finally, for accurate, review and approval of lot data, metadata, including audit trails, is enabled by a single form. The plus of ALCOA Plus adds these 4 additional points. It adds complete, so no data has been lost and or deleted, and metadata is also available. For consistent, it's a validated process, pre-configured workflows control data and management. For enduring, future-proofed XML data archival format is required by regulatory bodies. And available, so data can be easily accessed direct from the sample record in the LIMS. So now let's take a look at how SampleManager LIMS software provides complete end-to-end data management. Starting with workflow management. Workflows are used to build processes in SampleManager which map to your actual lab processes. This can be done easily without the use of code, so SOPs can be changed easily without involvement from IT. Workflows enable automation by driving decisions and actions based on results. As we have said, the LES in SampleManager LIMS software connects to the LIMS to drive process integrity and repeatability throughout all analytical processes. SOPs can be set up to direct analysts through complex procedures using videos, images, and instructions. Analysts can start on execution, pause and revisit later, and step through using a tablet so they can follow a process remotely in the lab without needing to go back to a PC. Another way to drive automation and ensure data integrity is through a bidirectional connection to a CDS. Here we are looking at connectivity to Thermo Scientific Chromeleon CDS software. SampleManager LIMS software can connect to any chromatography data system. Worklist can be sent to the instrument without leaving the LIMS, and results can be sent directly back into the LIMS. Next, let's take a look at the sample management capabilities in SampleManager LIMS software. It provides complete management from collection to disposal, supported by using barcodes throughout the whole process. You can manage samples by product, client, and in phase in production. And instruments, reagents, and consumables can also be associated with samples. The native mobile app for SampleManager provides support on Apple, Android, and Windows devices. It comes with advanced search capabilities, data review of existing LIMS results, visual alerts for limit failures, and workload assignment. The app, of course, supports QR code and barcode, and you can run the execution of SOPs by using the LES functionality and can do direct instrument capture. So if you return to look again at 483 issues, and many of them refer to challenges in managing environmental monitoring and stability studies. Articles in European Pharmaceutical Review detail the problems found by FDA regulators, including facilities that have been shut down due to poor practice. This basically comes down to either not correctly following the processes to correctly run and manage these programs, or not being able to demonstrate that the processes were followed and the programs properly managed. The Pharma solution is configured to manage environmental monitoring sampling and multiple locations, test protocols, and frequencies. Using the sample scheduler in SampleManager, you can set up multiple sample points and assign samples for testing from those points at different frequencies. Clean room standards can be defined according to ISO standards. Limits for specific analyzers are entered against sampling points to enable alerts if results go out of the limits. Any actions can be based upon the clean room grade. Room map-based sampling points provide an instant graphical view of contamination levels. The points on the map are colored dependent on the result collected at that point. The user can also select the time frame they wish to view results from a specific location. The location map updates to reflect the results as different sampling points are selected. The system also supports incubation, grouping samples within incubation locations, and provides the ability to define and set alerts for parameters such as temperature, humidity, CO2, and incubation time. Stability studies are easily managed in the Pharma solution. Protocol details such as product, number of samples, storage conditions, and time points are recorded, and templates can be configured for routine studies. Stability samples are automatically logged in for required testing as they are taken from storage. And results which determine shelf life are linked to product specifications. A calendar provides a visual display of stability events. The system also creates charts to support label claim and shelf life. We've talked about workflow management and sample management. So now let's talk about your data. All the work that's done in the lab is about creating data to make informed decisions. You need to be able to understand the science behind the numbers you produce. Within SampleManager LIMS software, there's an SDMS that enables you to see not just the final results, but the chromatography and mass spec real data, including the metadata, so you can determine if it is a failed sample or a failed injection and make decisions based on that knowledge in real time. As we mentioned, data integrity being at the core of Pharma 4.0, we need to be able to show every action that has been done in the lab. Not only do we need to be able to show each action, but we need to be able to show when it was done and who did it. The workflow journal in SampleManager LIMS software enables the user to drill down from the sample record and see all associated actions, tests assigned, completed, any data as well as the instruments, equipment, and other resources used. The review and approval module is specially designed to ease the QC sample and approval process. This unique module provides authorized users with a clear overview of all samples awaiting review and leverages review by execution by flagging results that are out of specification or any deviations from standard operating procedures. Results are easily selected and reviewed by the full process being audited in the system. Finally, let's look at the data visualization capabilities of SampleManager LIMS software. You need to be able to visualize your data in ways it makes it easy to understand, so you are able to make decisions on it. Dashboards can show stock levels or reagents, so you can easily see what you have available and where. You can also view statistical quality control charts to see how your results are trending. SampleManager LIMS software has very sophisticated data visualization tools built into the solution and can also connect to third-party reporting and visualization tools so you can use the tools you're comfortable with. It's important that you can see data in the LIMS so that you can make informed decisions. Data doesn't have much value if it is not possible to translate it into meaningful information. That's why solid data visualization capability is important. Any entity in SampleManager can be shown in a graph, in a chart or table as part of a dashboard. So dashboards can be created to show KPI performance to managers or to show analysts at which stage of a process they are at, or anything else you need to quickly get a graphical view of. So we have seen the value of SampleManager LIMS software can deliver to your organization. Let's now look at how we deliver the complete pharma solution to our customers. The solution is comprised of three elements: SampleManager LIMS software, containing the capabilities and functions required to drive processes, and providing web and mobile access to users. Next, we provide instrument integration to get you up and running with the connections that will deliver the most value to your laboratory. And finally, to expedite your implementation, we provide a validation kit, including scripts, data, and a trace matrix, which enables a risk-based approach to validation. Looking at how we deliver the solution, our experience has provided us with a wealth of knowledge and understanding of the complexities of a pharma QA/QC LIMS implementation. Our services teams have worked with pharmaceutical organizations, large and small, around the world to deploy our solutions. We'll always take a consultative approach, working in team with our customer throughout the project. Taking a look at a few of the pharmaceutical companies who selected SampleManager LIMS software to manage their QA/QC operations. Mustang Bio is planning to submit a biologics license application, BLA, in the near future. So looking to ensure product quality and mitigate risk, Mustang Bio recognized that their manual laboratory processes would not scale with their business. Adopting a fully validated LIMS-capable tracking and trending phase 1 and phase 2 clinical trials will facilitate the BLA process. Mustang Bio knew they needed a system to efficiently release products and generate certificates of analysis. They also wanted a system to handle environmental monitoring, support stability studies, manage raw materials, and track operational efficiency with ease to interpret reports and key performance indicators. Mustang Bio wanted a solution with a reputation for compliance, fast deployment, and ease of use. They also knew that choosing a solution with very little to no customization to support the laboratory workflow was critically important. So they selected the Pharma solution from Thermo Scientific. The Pharma Services Group, PSG, at Thermo Fisher Scientific provides industry-leading solutions for drug development, clinical trial logistics, and commercial manufacturing to customers of all sizes. The group is the largest provider of development and manufacturing services across the globe. The Pharma Services Group continually undergoes rigorous regulatory inspections, gaining approval from over 20 global authorities. To ensure they continue to deliver the highest value of service to customers, PSG selected Thermo Scientific SampleManager LIMS software to manage laboratory operations across 25 sites globally. Zhongxi Sunwei decided to purchase a LIMS for several reasons. Firstly, it needed to track and trace data quickly to make its laboratories more compliant. Secondly, it wanted to quantitatively assess all laboratory resources through a digital system to achieve effective resource management. And finally, it wanted to access and statistically analyze QC data in real time to enable scientific management of the data and achieve a paperless lab. To summarize, the Pharma solution built on SampleManager LIMS software provides QA/QC laboratories with a faster return on their software investment, using a proven solution and implementation methodology with leading technology to enable customers to advance on their digital transformation journey. At Thermo Fisher Scientific, our customers' value proposition focuses on accelerating innovation and enhancing productivity for our customers. We partner with our customers to accelerate routes to market. We also drive quality so customers can be more efficient. And finally, our focus is on productivity and innovation through products, digital science, and supply chain optimization. Thank you very much for your attention.